They left, leaving you with pain, confusion, and a series of unanswered questions. You tried your best to hold on, but the more you reached out, the further they slipped away. This not only hurts you, but also leads the relationship to a dead end. But is there another way? Not to change them, but to change yourself and create a natural attraction that makes them willingly come back? The answer lies in your personal growth journey. When you stop chasing, start loving, and focusing on your own worth, you will not only find peace but also create a powerful attraction that they can hardly ignore. This is not a psychological tactic but a real transformation process where you become the most confident, attractive, and independent version of yourself. In this video, we will analyze the psychology of the avoidant person while sharing secrets to help you turn back time, revive love, and conquer their heart once again. Subscribe to the channel now to start the journey of change and find true happiness. Number 1. What usually happens when you stop pursuing an avoidant person? When you stop pursuing someone, especially someone with an avoidant attachment style, significant psychological changes often occur. To better understand this phenomenon, we need to examine it through the lens of attachment theory, developed by Bowlby and Ainsworth. Attachment theory suggests that early interaction experiences with primary caregivers shape the internal working model of each individual, influencing how they perceive themselves, others, and relationships. People with an avoidant attachment style often have a negative internal working model of themselves and others, formed from having their attachment needs ignored or rejected in the past. Avoidant individuals often live in an internal struggle between the desire to be loved and the fear of intimacy. Their desire for deep connection is often suppressed by the fear of being hurt or rejected, leading to the formation of strong defense mechanisms. To protect themselves, they maintain distance by creating invisible barriers, controlling the level of intimacy in the relationship. They suppress emotions, limit the expression of deep thoughts and feelings, and even sabotage the relationship when they feel that closeness becomes overwhelming. These behaviors not only protect them from feeling vulnerable, but also reinforce isolation, making them increasingly distant from others. When you stop pursuing them, avoidant individuals often undergo significant psychological changes. No longer feeling pressured by the relationship creates a free space, giving them the opportunity to self-reflect and confront the emotions they previously tried to deny. They begin to recognize the fears and insecurities that have always been hidden beneath the shell of independence. The absence of their partner can also trigger a fear of loss, making them anxious and insecure. At the same time, the other person's withdrawal often evokes curiosity, prompting them to explore the reasons and reevaluate their own feelings. This is when they confront the contradictory nature of their own psychology, from which they can begin the journey of self-awareness and change. The result between an avoidant and an anxious attachment style is often characterized by cycles of conflict. The anxious person craves closeness, seeks commitment and connection, while the avoidant person feels threatened by intimacy, constantly withdrawing to maintain a sense of independence. The result is a vicious cycle of clinging and withdrawing, deeply hurting both sides and increasing emotional distance. Avoidant individuals not only face loneliness but also have difficulty seeking emotional support when confronted with negative emotions. In the long run, they easily fall into a state of emptiness, a feeling of isolation and lack of connection that they do not know how to fill. The healing process for people with an avoidant attachment style requires patience and effort. They need to identify the negative experiences in the past that contributed to the formation of defense mechanisms, challenge false beliefs about themselves and others, and learn to build trust and open up to intimacy. The role of oxytocin, the love hormone, is also being studied as an important factor in this journey. In avoidant individuals, oxytocin levels are often lower, which may explain why they have difficulty forming and maintaining closeness in intimate relationships. Improving the ability to produce oxytocin through positive relationship experiences and support from others may be the key to breaking the cycle of isolation. When you stop pursuing someone with avoidant tendencies, it's not only a way to respect their boundaries and needs, but it also opens up opportunities for you to focus on yourself. This is the time for you to take care of your mental health, explore forgotten passions, build healthy social relationships, and strengthen your confidence and independence. Most importantly, you begin to let go of the expectation of changing them, something you cannot control or actually do. Initially, when you stop, they may feel relieved as the pressure of intimacy they fears disappeared. But this doesn't last long. When silence replaces your efforts, they begin to feel a strange emptiness. It is at this moment that an unexpected reaction may appear. Number 2, belated longing. The avoidant's unexpected reaction when you stop pursuing. The belated longing phenomenon is a paradox of the heart, where the avoidant, after escaping the constraints of a relationship, suddenly finds themselves caught in a whirlwind of emotions they thought they had buried. Initially, they welcomed the breakup with a sense of relief, as if shedding a mask they were forced to wear throughout the relationship. The freedom from demands for closeness, passionate expressions of love, or deep conversations makes them feel comfortable. But then emptiness sets in, creeping into every corner of their lives. Lonely evenings, quiet weekends, and the absence of familiar texts and calls, once things they avoided, now become haunting. It is in that silence that memories of their ex come flooding back, not with a desire to return, but as a self-questioning of what has passed. They remember the gentle gaze, the patience, and the efforts their ex made for them. They recall seemingly ordinary moments that now hold deep meaning. And in those memories, they confront the truth that, despite trying to deny it, the relationship touched their hearts more deeply than they realized. This belated longing stirs up conflicting inner turmoil. They regret not allowing themselves to love and be loved fully, for letting fear lead the way. They realize that the very defensive walls they erected prevented true connection, pushing the one they loved away. But at the same time, they are still not brave enough to step through their fear, to open up and face the possibility of being hurt again. This syndrome is not just a psychological state, but also closely related to biological changes in the body. The decline in the hormone oxytocin after a breakup causes feelings of emptiness and longing. The sympathetic nervous system is activated when they reminisce about their ex, leading to anxiety, stress, and insomnia. These reactions further dig into the emotional spiral, making it difficult for them to escape the pain and torment. The avoidant, in the throes of belated longing, is like a lost ship at sea, both yearning to return to shore and fearing the raging waves. They are trapped in a tangle of conflicting emotions, between relief and pain, between the desire for connection and the fear of being hurt. But this does not mean they will immediately change or actively seek you out. Instead, this is an opportunity to move from futile pursuit to a new approach, understanding them more deeply and building genuine connection. How do you create a lasting bond with an avoidant? Number 3, from pursuit to understanding, seeking genuine connection with the avoidant. This is the time to show them that you understand and accept their insecurities and anxieties. Don't try to invade their personal space or force them to express their feelings. Instead, create a safe and comfortable environment where they can gradually open up and share. Effective communication is one of the secrets to deep connection with almost any relationship, and especially with the avoidants, it requires clarity and tact in expression to avoid triggering defensiveness or conflict. Instead of judging or criticizing, choose constructive language and focus on your individual needs. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try phrasing it as, "I feel like I need to be heard more. Could you spare some time for us to talk?" You could also say, "I felt sad when you forgot my birthday. Could you spend more time with me?" This approach not only clarifies the need, but also opens up the opportunity for the other person to respond without feeling blamed. From a psychological perspective, the way you express your needs greatly influences how the other person receives the message. When a statement begins with an accusation, such as, "You always disappoint me," the other person's nervous system triggers a defense mechanism, causing them to react by justifying themselves or even avoiding the issue. Conversely, when you express yourself in a neutral or positive way, such as, "I really need to feel more supported," It helps reduce tension and encourages the other person to listen with a more cooperative attitude. In addition, using I language instead of you language plays an important role in reducing conflict. For example, instead of saying, "You're always busy and don't care about me," try saying, "I've been feeling a bit lonely lately. I wish we had more time for each other." This approach not only helps you convey your feelings, but also makes it easier for the other person to understand your needs without feeling attacked. These principles apply not only in romantic relationships, but also in everyday communication. A colleague may be more receptive to hearing, "I need some support to complete this project. Could you help me?" than to a criticism like, "You never do your share of the work." Positive communication is not just a skill, but a tool for building lasting relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Shifting from pursuit to understanding not only helps you create opportunities for genuine connection with the avoidant, but also helps you see more clearly your own limits in this relationship. However, understanding sometimes leads to the realization that continuing to hold on to someone who is unwilling to change will only hurt both of you. This is when you need to let go, not because you are giving up on love, but to begin the journey of healing and growth after the hurt. Number 4. Letting go to love. Healing and growing after leaving an avoidant partner. Sometimes, letting go is the best way to love yourself and the person you care about. Persisting in a relationship with an avoidant individual can sometimes leave you feeling drained and disconnected from yourself. If you've tried your best but still can't build a foundation for a healthy relationship, letting go can be a difficult but necessary choice. Be brave and move on, prioritizing your own happiness. Because when you respect yourself and your values, you can attract healthy relationships and build a more balanced and fulfilling life. The secret to escaping the cycle of pursuit lies in changing your perspective. Treat relationships as an investment that needs to be considered and selective. Instead of pouring all your energy into trying to gain the other person's attention or acceptance, focus on investing in relationships that are truly worthwhile and bring value to both parties. Imagine you are sowing seeds on a piece of land. If you keep sowing seeds on barren ground, you will never reap sweet fruit. But if you choose fertile ground and care for it carefully, you will reap worthy rewards. This change not only helps you maintain your self-esteem, but also creates space for the other person to show their true intentions. Furthermore, facing past hurts or insecurities is essential. Many people with an anxious attachment style are often influenced by childhood experiences, such as feeling rejected or lacking reassurance from their parents. For example, a friend of mine was scolded by her parents as a child for breaking a precious vase. This made her always feel insecure and afraid of making mistakes in later relationships. These memories can make you feel insecure and easily fall into the loop of seeking acceptance from others. To break this cycle, you need to identify your behavior patterns, understand the root cause, and learn to self-soothe without depending on your partner. You can record your thoughts and feelings in communication situations, seek support from friends or professionals, and practice mindfulness or journaling to connect with yourself. Founding the pursuit of a relationship also provides an opportunity for you to clearly identify the other person's true intentions. When there is no longer pressure from the pursuit, they will have space to reflect on their feelings and actions. This is when you can assess whether they truly value you, thereby making a more informed decision about the future of the relationship. Observe their behavior, listen to how they talk about you to others, and assess their level of commitment to the relationship. Most importantly, self-respect must be the core principle in any strategy you adopt. This includes adjusting your behavior to align with your personal values, rather than doing things that contradict your self-esteem just to hold on to a relationship. By building confidence from within and focusing on self-development, you not only increase your value in the eyes of the other person, but also create a foundation for more sincere and healthy relationships in the future. When you stop pursuing an avoidant person, the journey doesn't just stop at changing the relationship, but it becomes a journey of rediscovering yourself. Letting go of the need to control the other person and focusing on building your confidence and inner growth is a powerful transformation. Instead of trying to change someone else, you choose to respect yourself, prioritize your worth, and thereby attract deserving relationships. Remember, A healthy relationship comes not only from compatibility but also from the ability of both individuals to grow together and respect each other's space. You don't have to chase someone to prove yourself or hold on to love. Instead, let your confidence, independence, and value speak for themselves. Ultimately, the most important thing is not to make the other person come back, but to find true peace and happiness within yourself. If you are ready to embark on this journey, continue to explore, learn, and constantly improve yourself. And don't forget, you are not alone in this journey. Subscribe to the channel to receive more insightful advice and useful tools to help you build happy relationships and a more fulfilling life.